Welcome to the Melan Show. My name is Nicole Njoku. I'm going to be the host for today, and we are currently at the Oval Lounge, Westbrook Hotel, New Owerri. I'm going to be sitting with my amazing co-host, accompanied by my special guest, where we'll be talking about special conversations in the hospitality industry. Sit tight, lay back, and come with us as we delve today. On set with me today, I have an amazing co-host, Mr. Bernard Otava. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
And then I have amazing guests. I have professionals in the hospitality industry. Remember that this season is specifically for them because we honor them and we respect the work that they've been doing in this city. And to commemorate that, we have the great Mr. Tahir Rabo, right?
Yeah, right.
Awesome. He's been in the industry for over 15 years and he's been doing amazing from Transcorp, and now he's here with us dishing out his glory in a way, right?
Yes.
Would you like to say any hi? Welcome to the viewers.
Yeah, good day.
Thank you.
I'm Tahir.
Yeah.
A pleasure to have a successful afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Tahir. And we have here Mr. Chinedu Festus. Amazing young man who has been doing great in the industry as well. He is a general manager currently in one of the outfits, and he brings about 8 years of experience. So we have a great balance on set today. And remember that we're trying to dish out different views and perspectives, and so I believe that we're going to have fun with your perspectives, right?
Of course, there will be.
What do you have to tell us? Tell us, talk to us. This is your set.
We're here and
we're here, we're outside.
We'll give it yes.
Awesome. So we're here, we're outside, and we want you to stay tuned and hear about our topic for today. So for today, we're taking on this Christmas balls, right? We've been hearing things like the security issues in Imo State, right? We've been hearing unknown gunmen. In fact, that's the name that anybody has for robbery. Anybody passing by Douglas, they always say, unknown gunmen attacked me. From the time, I think this happened since, was it March or April that the unknown gunmen saga happened? Exactly. So since then, we've been dealing with this matter of unknown gunmen. And we have a lot of people who are concerned, like, how do I come to Owerri to enjoy my Christmas having security concerns, right? Like, how am I able to bring my family and lodge in a hotel? So we're here trying to debunk some of those issues or those, concerns that people may have. And we believe that, it's a conversation to be had. Considering that Owerri is one of the hubs, I mean, if you're coming towards the east, most people would pass Owerri. So there is a huge tendency that they would stop here to either lodge or something. If you're going to Aba, you pass Owerri. If you're going to Enugu, the same way. Even if you're trying to get to Port Harcourt, Owerri is definitely one way that you can get to those states. So we need to be able to tell people about the true situation with security here. So I think for me, I would say, what is the impact so far? What has been and what is the impact so far with the unknown gunmen saga, with the security issues, and how can we, actually that's my first question. So I'll ask you, Mr. Chinedu Festus.
All right, we cannot deny the fact that the unknown gunmen has come into the Owerri as a whole, but there's one thing that is sure, we blow things out of proportions when it comes to their activities.
Yeah.
Owerri is also always a cool and a serene environment for people to come in, which is evident in the kind of investors when it comes to hospitality that is coming in. So people, the issue of unknown men has come. It has also gone as tell
so you believe it's gone?
Yeah, because business has started coming
as
back
usual.
to normal. So I want to tell people that the era of unknown men is over, as far as I'm concerned, considering the fact that we've been experiencing a lot of turnovers and all the rest of them. So there is no problem as it stands now, but we are not ruling the facts that there are minimal stuffs coming out from.
So from what I'm hearing from him, he's even calling them ungunmen men. He's not saying unknown gunmen because there was this WhatsApp thing and he was trying to say ungunmen men. Okay, so let's call them ungunmen men. Okay. So we're saying, from what I hear from you, the turnover has been bad. Like, is it been high?
Initially, when the activities were all over the place, because there were times
lodging dropped
everything dropped because fear is part of human living.
Yes,
You
yes.
cannot take away fear from
Yes,
people when
yes.
actually you're seeing those things happening.
Absolutely.
But recently, you understand,
Things have picked up. So from your perspective, no worry.
There is no worry. You're free.
You have already answered my number 4 question, but you answer it again. So, Mr. Tahir, what do you have to say about that? What's your own experience having, run your hotel at that time? What has been your experience so far?
Okay, really, the hospitality, immediately when I came to Owerri, I realized that Owerri is a tourism hub. This is a fact. You cannot run away from that.
Yes.
And then when we discuss issue of security or non-gunmen, security in Nigeria or insecurity is a general issue.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not just concentrating here in Owerri. It's a national issue which the government is trying to see how they will tackle. But what happened in Owerri is like when the issue of stay at home and then the unknown gunmen, before you know, criminals hijacked it.
Yes, I
took advantage over that and then started causing mayhem on the public. And then unfortunately the government did not
address it on time.
Address the issue on time, and then awareness, information is very, very important. Some people were afraid to risk their property, their life, and that's why you see they just stay at home. School children are not allowed to go, and then it affected the business.
Yes.
You understand? We were having like full house, then we reached a point that we had 2, 3 in the entire hotel. It was bad. It was that bad.
So wait, people were packing their load and saying that they're going out. Like with the sit at home order, they were still packing their load and saying that they're going outside. I'm trying to understand, because if I'm the one with that kind of scare, I'll probably just stay put where I am inside the hotel, and in fact my bill will increase. So now I'm worried about how people would leave, go outside even with the scare. So you saw people leaving your facilities?
No, what also happened is, when you come to a business, we talk about influx from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And when people now have that fear that there is no security.
Okay, within that
you won't see anything.
Okay.
We are being patronized mostly, not even from Owerri.
People that came from outside for the weekend.
And when this movement is being restricted, you see the business not.
So now I've heard your point where you said that at first it was just stay at home, sit at home, and then after some time criminals started hijacking it, right? So my take is, Bernard, do you think? Give me the scoop. Do you think that people are just blowing? Because I also hear sometimes when they say Lagos is unsafe, that people are even breaking glass on traffic and robbing people on the road. So do you think that some of things that happen within us are overblown, or that it is actually as dangerous as people have said that it is, compared to Lagos and Abuja, where there's still crime going on? There's still crime going on. It's our own worse.
It's not in fact, I'm even surprised. I think the issue here is misinformation.
Yes.
We are actually misinformed. All right. The general public or people outside Owerri don't see what we that are in Owerri are seeing. And so when they hear that there is crisis, they feel when you just go out, they will just kill you. All right.
That's how I felt. At some point, that's how I felt, because even when I'll be driving, I'll see like a bus filled with men, and I'll just say, are they wearing uniform? Like, you're right.
So but that's why we are having this show, so we can actually educate the public that it is not what they see. I mean, just like you said, these people are actually making this thing look so big. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to read. I mean, insecurity is a major challenge in Nigeria.
Generally.
Not in Owerri. As I don't know, in the north there is insecurity. In the south we still have insecurity. In the east and of course the west. So when we say we can't come to Owerri because there is insecurity, then everybody should just pack and leave Nigeria.
So I feel like we're all encouraging people. Is there any part of scare that we should have? We're saying people come. I want to cover that aspect that many people will not talk about. I like when you said that they may have gone, right? We're safe now, we're doing business. But you may still see maybe some crime rates here and there. So that takes me back to, how do we ease off this scare? This little part of of, yes, we're telling them it's gone. This little part of fear, because you said it's part of human living, right? How do we ease people off? Like people that are traveling. I have a friend who is coming in for a wedding for the 29th, and she hasn't even bought her local ticket yet. And I'm like, sweetheart, you're coming in from Canada, one, but number two, by the time you want to come to where there's no flight ticket. And I'm sure she's pulling it because she probably doesn't want to come like full time. So how do we try to calm the tension down for people that are coming from the abroad? How do we, cope this?
Okay, like he rightfully said, information is power. Now, the way we still blow out of proportion what happened, we can still correct it. You understand? Because
I love that.
If I still come back and say where it's peaceful, and I know why it affected us a lot is we've not experienced such before. For the past how many years I've been in Owerri, such hasn't happened. So immediately it started happening, people were like, can this kind of thing happen in Owerri? So the Owerri that was known as peaceful, people now, you come, maybe there is only one casualty. People will duplicate it.
Even the WhatsApp videos, I was like, are these videos today or like since some years? I felt like at some point people were like oversharing things that happened. So, and I love that point, that the same way they overblew it, we should also overblow the things, right?
If we're taking upon ourselves now to come up on our social media and say we're peaceful.
Look at the night.
You can even say, okay, I'm at so junction by 10 p.m. and these are movements. So because we are still the one who made it look like there is no
I love that. I love that point. So do you have anything to order you can call?
Yes, we need to really, discourage people from over exaggerating this situation. Imo is always peaceful. Owerri is peaceful. It's just a normal exaggeration. And then we really need to reach back to the people. It's the era of communication. We need to go to the internet too. We need to go to the social media and talk to people and present facts to people. Let people see and understand this. And then before you know, it will be over. And then the government will have a very important role to play. Because if you look at hospitality in the Imo State, apart from the government employment, I think hospitality gives the largest employment for the people. If that happens, that means hospitality increases the economy of the state. So if that is so, then the government need to come out and then inform the whole world that this information needs to be corrected. Imo State already is peaceful.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. I mean, that's actually a very strong point. Even in the roles that government has to play. I remember, there was a time that there was this scare with sexual assault when I used to live abroad, and I remember them having these emergency lines, like on the poles of the lights. If you had any issue along line, you could just press the emergency. And I know that government currently has like a quick intervention team. So if that could even be linked to quick interventions team, if anybody is feeling any form of way on the poles of the lights or something, they can connect something electrical, that they can get an intel that somebody in this area is going through something that requires our attention, and they will come. So that's definitely a great point. Government intervention, and now our intervention, right? The people have a role, the government has a role. So I love that. So we're going to close off with just giving people tips, right? For travelers, for people who are already coming, you cannot even run away. Maybe you're coming for a burial, a wedding, or things like that. How do we say, okay, with that little fear that you have, we've already told you that, it's more peaceful than unpeaceful in Owerri. But let's say, even if you had this little concern, what are ways that people who are travelers who have already come in can say, I'm keeping myself safe? What can they do to say, I'm keeping myself safe?
Okay, from that point, it's also very simple. What we fear for come upon us sometimes.
Sorry, my dad used to say something like, whatever it is you're searching for, you will find it.
So what we fear for come upon us. So I want to let people know that there are safety measures personally you need to lodging into hotels that are known, not just because of pay you get yourself. I'm not saying it's not good, but be safety conscious.
Yeah.
And avoid night
paroles.
Night paroles.
But isn't that where the heat of
what I mean by night paroles is maybe you've lodged in a hotel already, leaving your hotels for unnecessary night out.
But I know some hotels have clubs in them, so even if you wanted to have fun, or they have a bar, even if you wanted to chill or have good music. So I think also hotels already provide those amenities that you may want to go outside to use. So let's say you're already lodged, just utilize the facilities. That's one great tip. Mr. Hero, do you help us?
Yes. As you have said, the facilities are inbuilt in the hotels. Like you can see here. Yeah. This is a bar.
Beautiful bar.
So you remain in and order whatever you want. Yes. If you want to relax, you move to the pool. There is a pool there. You want to swim.
Absolutely.
You know there is a bar there too. Or then you relax there after you walk, and you don't need to leave the premises of the distance. You understand?
Yeah.
And two, we avoid late night unnecessary movements that are uncalled for.
Yeah.
And then again, the people you interact with.
Yes.
The people you exchange your
very important. Very important.
You need to be very, very careful and very, very sensitive in the information you
I recall someone asking me on Facebook Messenger, where are you located now? I said, for what? Why do you want to know my location? So that what will happen? A lot of people, they give up this information. Where are you lodged? I'm here. What are you doing tomorrow? You start listing your entire schedule. And honestly, I know there was this saga of someone's brother who actually, I mean, I don't know if it's the same one, but this one, he plotted with kidnappers to kidnap him. Then his brother was now the one that paid ransom. Okay. So even your brother who was come and see you is the one plotting. You understand? So I mean, I understand, even in general, not just even for this season, but in general, because we are an information sharing generation, we must be very careful of the information that we share.
Exactly.
So I think that's a very major point. Bernard, I mean, how is
First and foremost, I will say that we should all understand that security is every man's business. So no matter how safe a place is, you should also have security measures to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And considering the fact that Owerri is a nightlife city, I mean, people will still go out.
Yeah.
I mean, people will still definitely go out. So there's no way we want them not to go out. But the thing is, when you are going out there, just be security conscious.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be too forgetful that you forget what is happening around your environment. Alright? It's just like when you hear you don't have food, everyone you don't need to stay there to say, okay, let me stay here and see what is happening.
Yeah, so people will stay there and be filming.
Exactly.
Somebody fell victim on that now. Just filming the happenings of these people. They got to he died. Yeah.
But well, I think I really enjoyed this conversation, and I hope for the viewers that you see that, I mean, regardless of whatever story you're hearing about Owerri and non-government, to be honest, Nigeria in general has security issues. So once you have landed into Nigeria, my darling, you're safe to get to Owerri. And when you come to Owerri, there are security measures that are there to take care of you. There are tips that you can adopt. There are great managers of great facilities. There are great consultants, stakeholders in the industry that can put you through on what and where to be at the right time. So you definitely have nothing to fear. I mean, if you're going to be in Lagos or you're going to be in Abuja, you might as well come to Owerri. Let us give you Ofe Owerri and the beautiful Eastern. Do you have Ofe Owerri here, please?
Of course, we
are coming. You share Kwabi. I mean, that's how they say it. So we can, we do it best. So you can also feel free to come join us. We'll be very glad to welcome you, and I really do hope that this informs people. I love the points that we've raised here. The same way that we use our hands to exaggerate the security problem is the same way we can use our hands to underrate it, and the same way that we have clubs outside your hotel is the same way you have club inside your hotel. So they're very highlighted areas that could definitely help you get some peace about the situation and let you know that Owerri is the place to be in this Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas, and we know that we'll be seeing you soon and you enjoy our hospitality industry in Owerri. So Terry, you have something to say to them? You seem to have something bubbling in your belly.
Okay, usually at the end of the year, it's like December, people from every part of the world to come and meet the loved ones and celebrate. It's an annual event. So people should feel free and comfortable.
Yes, to do all of that. Yes, absolutely.
And have a relaxed,
Absolutely.
relaxed celebration.
Yeah. And we have tons of places that you could lodge in. I mean, I love the city because there are options.
Yeah.
So we're not just telling you to come and be forced to stay in one place. So we have tons of that. Like I said, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Melan Show. And we know that you would stay tuned for the next episode. Have a good day.